Spacey's Sims, and we are back with more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony in the middle of the class trial, and somehow it's going quite well for me. I don't know why. There's going to be a big twist, and I'm going to fail miserably. I don't know why the last one was so fucking hard. I really don't. Hold on. I have to sneeze, and I thought I was going to sneeze, but it's just tickling my nose. Anyway, let's keep going.
It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Oh my god.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
I think Kokichi's in love with Kaito.
So, if Mew messed with the
Kaito's in love with
program and
Maki.
made a wall only she could go through...
And Maki's in love with me, but I was in love with Kaede. But then Kaede died, so like I'm in love with Tsumugi secretly, and Tsumugi is just probably the one who killed Mew, and it's just depressing. And Mew and Keyboy are out there like doing some weird robot shit. Anyway.
Then her secret route was through that wall?
Tenko was in love with her. She was in love with Angie.
That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Angie was in love with some invisible god.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
What's his name was in love with his sister.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage?
No, it was just the whole thing. Oh, sorry, it's itching my ear.
Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world. Literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there. No, it loops. It's a loop.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied. I
Page
I
of
wonder
your
what the
book.
truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Cum-soaked urinal cake.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Oh my god. Oh, Kokichi. Oh god, Kokichi.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Oh, now he remembers.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
She kind of was, but...
But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Lies. Liza Minnelli.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true. Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
There wasn't a hidden route. It was the whole thing. The whole thing was a loop. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
So that only she would be able to go and loop.
If there's
and run.
actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
It's a loop. Oh yeah, see the way the river goes?
She would have done something meaningless.
Yep.
She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason.
To kill someone.
We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
She wanted to be able to go through that to be able to get there, to kill Kokichi, to come back, and it would look like Kaito did. I mean, I don't understand why we're arguing. We knew that was the whole thing. Why did she want to be able to go through that? So that she could set up the murder and make it look like it was Kaito. And she would be on the other side.
Virtual world? There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world.
Uh-huh.
If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. we'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yep.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Being able to hear that noise, just crash into the wall.
I'm
Hearing
just plain
Kibo.
worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
That would have been the crash. The events that led us there. This.
This is it!
I think. But yeah, I think that's what we're
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Yeah, because that was a crashing noise, and then that's when we heard Kibo's voice. Oh, it was a bang. I thought it was a crash. Whatever. That was her body flying off the roof and slamming into the wall. What was that? Oh, what was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
Hmm? You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
Mm-hmm.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
Yep.
That sound was
Keep up with me,
hitting
people.
the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go check out. Go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close. Because it's like a little foot.
My voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
I got this figured out. Come on, guys. Keep up.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something, pretending not to know.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
No one trusts you.
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Okay, hold on. Oh, great. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Let's see. The clock is there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing. I see what we're doing here. I need to get rid of that crap. This. What? Oh, I can't get rid of it because of this. Oh, I can't get rid of the... I gotta get rid of all of these things first. I gotta get rid of all of this. Shit. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. So would I have to... Can I do this now? Oh, okay. I can't. I got rid of these. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Now can I grab it? Okay. I gotta get the whole fucking thing. I thought I could just grab the thing. Alright. Because it went down, went to the right, whipped around, and came back from the left.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops! My hand slipped!
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I'm not. I should remember exactly what happened with the sign. Alright, here we go. Oh god. Damn it. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Why did I swerve that far? Come on. I barely move it and the car swerves way too much. Are these moving? Oh my god, I think they're moving. Well, no wonder why it's difficult. They're fucking moving on me. Okay, which point was the signboard? Okay, hold on. Damn it! And oh, it's okay. Which point was the signboard swept away? Alright, let's see. When you knocked it into the thing. Mansion, the river, it was swept away into the river, but... No. Jesus. Good! It's so weird when they say this. Oh, whoops. Not really good at driving. Oh, see? They're fucking moving. That's the problem. I don't think they were moving before. No, I can't do this. I can't play this game very well. I think I'd be able to hit them better moving, because I'm, like, really fucking bad at this. Where is the end of the river? The river goes toward the chapel, right? But it comes up from the rocks. The transition point, the chapel side? Okay. Because it ends, but it comes back out on the on the mansion. Okay, so now they're not moving. That worries me. Why aren't they moving? Now this one's moving. Oh god. Ah! I'm gonna hit the car! No! Oh my god, I'm just trying to get away from those cars. Now they're confusing me. Okay. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? It was found by the rocks by the mansion. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, let's see. Mansion side. Woo! Okay. What else? Okay, so we got another one. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good lord. Oh, God. I know, but I can't stay straight on the road. I'm trying. Damn it. I feel like if I just swerve all over the place, I'll eventually, like, hit letters, not other cars. Okay. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? It floated to the left. Well, okay. Technically, it floated with the current, but it looks like it floated against the current, but it didn't. So that's... it didn't really float against the current, it just looks like it did, so...
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current.
But it wasn't. See?
We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it.
Because it loops.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
I mean, I don't know why they can't figure that out. I figured it out. And also, you can see the walkway. You could walk from the mansion to the chapel, if you were an object.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side?
No.
She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river.
I mean, that would make sense.
Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
I got
Connect
this.
how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
By that wall that only objects can pass through. Hello?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I got this one.
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
It's a loop.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
I do!
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Okay, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's map of the mansion, signboard, where's the wall? Shit, I think that's what I'm... This?
This is it!
I mean, that wasn't really a question. It was by the
It
wall.
might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
I mean, he literally just said that, so I'm confused. Only objects can pass
The
through.
sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel.
But
if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
the wall just hides the fact that there's a loop.
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
Because it's a loop! God, guys, you're idiots. See that? See where the pathway?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Shut up. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Seriously. Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river, how did the signboard...
That's it!
The loop!
What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Yep.
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
It's a loop.
It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
They're the same. There is only one wall. Because the world is a loop, so there's only one wall.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall, too.
There's only one wall. It's a loop. If it's a loop, you only need one wall.
I got it.
Oh, in that
I know
case.
why Mew only set up one wall.
Because there is only one wall.
What are you talking about now?
I'm so smart! The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls, they're the same wall.
That's it.
Yes.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
Oh, a bouncy ball.
The same wall. It's not just
like
the
dancing
river.
on it.
The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us!
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
Is it though?
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Yep. I do. I do. The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. Oh god. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Great, what's gonna happen? There we go. I got this. Loop! It's a loop! It's a fucking loop! I think there was another O over here, but I missed it. I don't remember if that was a P that's just floating off. Oh, this is a P. I guess we need an S. Loops. World loops! The world loop! Yay! I'm just really excited about this one. This should have been the first one.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
They should have been the first one. Why is this? I'm worried. This is fucking easy.
Loop?
I don't know why. Because I don't. Again, maybe it's just because I remember the controls, so it seems less difficult. But
just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
Mm-hmm.
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
But, But why do we load on where that line is? Why is there a loading? Why is that?
It current until it got caught on the rocks.
You know what I mean? Like the squiggly line is the loading point, right? So did she put an invisible wall and tell us that's the end of the world and that squiggly... Oh, that's the loading. That's where the world load when you go from one side of the map to the other.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
But obviously...
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it?
Because that's where that loading spot is. So that's really weird. So she could have put it on that, but then it wouldn't have separated the...
Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kivo's voice.
Right, because if you think about it, say if that was the... Like, so you go off on the right screen and then you load back on the left side. If where that squiggly line was where it really was, then the mansion and the church, everything would have been on one map, and then you would have gone off into nothingness and then looped around. That would have made more sense. Huh.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Because that's not the map loading point, though.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Because she put a wall in the weird spot.
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Remember? Because she said it doesn't go through. It doesn't go through there.
Where the loop starts.
Yeah, see? So that's... But it's so...
Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Nope. Well, that's where the loop is, but that's not the loading point.
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
has to be here.
There!
Because that's where we said you can't hear anything and you load.
The map
go black
loading point was where the virtual world looped.
She put up in a wall and made it.
The loading point was in the middle of the map.
I remember she made the map. So the loading point wouldn't have been in the middle of the map. But if she made it the other way, then you would have been like, but there's walls. There you go. See?
But the loading point was actually at the edges.
Although, why does the trees not continue? That's the weird part.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather...
in the middle.
Her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Dude.
Impressive, Shuichi!
You crazy.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far? What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
He sounds suspicious.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
Yeah, they're really not.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery. That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part.
Yeah,
even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Although, would he be able to strangle Mew? I mean, I guess if the toilet paper's long enough, he probably could have. But if she touched him and he froze, then would he be able to touch her? I don't know.
Kiichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
Stop, bird. What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. Doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it would be all for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? Perfect. We'll do the intermission, and then we'll end this part. Perfect timing. Oh my god, we're only halfway through the goddamn trial. No, we're not going to save just yet. No point.
Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monofanny's period is late, too. Father, why do you know Monofanny's cycle?
And another thing.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation.
Yeah?
Lack of hibernation? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage? Really? Is it because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it because you want to stay friends? Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night-night.
Weirdness. Class trial. Resume.
My head.
I'm going to wrap this part up here, and we will continue in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.